Session 4 of Behold, I'm Doing a New Thing. And today I want to look at God doing a new thing in a person's life. Now we all know the story of Peter. He declared he was willing to die for Jesus, but when the heat was on, he denied even knowing him. He didn't just do it once, he did it 3 times, and it just devastated him. Now Peter had seen the risen Jesus, and seems that he didn't know what to do with himself. It was great that Jesus was alive, but what did it mean for him? So he went fishing, did what he knew how to do, and 5 of the others went with him. Jesus had other ideas. He was already there on the shore when they came in the morning. He had a fire going and he supplied them with fish. Sure enough, they had to put the net over the other side and draw the fish in, but Jesus supplied them. He had everything ready. Now Peter was delighted and he jumped out of the boat and he ran to Jesus. And the interaction could have gone something like this. Oh Jesus, I'm so sorry. I feel terrible that at your point of need, I denied I even knew you. I know I don't deserve it, but if you could see it in your heart to forgive me, I'll do my best to never ever deny you again. But he didn't ever get that chance. Jesus was already onto it. After they'd eaten, he simply turned to Peter and said, Peter, do you love me more than fishing? And Peter said, yes, you know I love you. And Jesus' reply was, well, feed my lambs. This was a call to serve God's people, to serve them by caring for them and teaching them, leading them. Yes, he asked Peter 3 times, and that gave him a chance to negate the 3 denials that he'd made. But Jesus knew Peter's heart. He understood that we as human beings have weaknesses. And despite the weaknesses, Jesus was calling him from his usual occupation of fishing to a new call, and that was to be an apostle. Jesus was already there and waiting. And this is true in so many things. Jesus has a plan for us, and he's there, and he's waiting with everything that we need to carry out that plan. The lesson we learn from Isaiah is not to dwell on the things of the past, because that can stop us from seeing what lies ahead. Much of the church is feeling this today, a longing to return to the days when there were big Sunday schools, when people respected the church. But if we keep looking back there, we're likely to miss the new thing that God wants of us. The second lesson is that God is already there and he's already waiting for us. We don't have to be perfect. We might have even failed quite dramatically. But if our heart is in the right place and we're listening to God, then he has new things that he wants us to do, and he is waiting and ready.
From the break of the dawn to the setting of the sun, I will stand on every promise of your word. Words of power, strong to say, that will never pass away. I will stand on every promise of your word. For your covenant is sure, and on this I am secure. I can stand on every promise of your word. When I stumble and I see condemnation resting, I will stand on every promise of your word. You are faithful to forgive, that in freedom I might live. So I stand on every promise of your word. If your innocence restored, you remember sin no more. So I'll stand on every promise of your word. When I'm faced with anguish choice, I will listen for your voice, and I'll stand on every promise of your word. Through this dark and troubled land, you will guide me with your hand, as I stand on every promise of your word. And you promised to complete every work begun in me. So I'll stand on every promise of your word. Hope that lifts me from despair, love that casts out every fear, as I stand on every promise of your word. Not forsaken, not alone, for the Comforter has come, and I stand on every promise of your word. Grace sufficient, grace for me, grace for all who will believe. We will stand on every promise of your word. Grace sufficient, grace for me, grace for all who will